There we are. There we are. Hey, we are live, and we're so glad that Donny Anderson is stopping by. Thank you, Donny, for stopping by. And I needed someone. Donny Anderson came to my rescue. Tracy's not here right now, and I needed help getting into my prescription bottle, child-proof. Child-proof. So Donny Anderson, local musician, has stopped by today, and I appreciate it helping me with, the club recovery of the surgery that we just had this week, a broken wrist. You've probably seen all those posts, but appreciate it. Donny stopping by and helping me. Hey, that's the first help. And then the second help was, yes, we're about for the last couple of weeks, we are in the business of promoting some BC koozies. And look at that, holding up the dollars.
I'm already in. I'm in.
So we have made the sale. Thank you. A koozie is $3. So mission accomplished. See you later. See you later. But no, thank you for your support. Thank you for reaching out to me. I've started doing more of these posts as we enjoy talking to local musicians. And Donny was glad to answer the post and say, hey, some experience here and just would love to promote the local music scene.
Carl Cope Band. Yeah, see that.
Carl Cope Band. And love to promote the local music scene and what he's doing and what he's done. And we're privileged to have him today. I'm LT, Bands and Clubs of the Triangle on Facebook and Instagram, and our new website, lovelocalmusicwith.us. Have you had the chance yet to peek at that?
Yeah, I'm using the calendar.
Oh, hey, great. Appreciate
which
that.
Which is really nice to be able to put that out there so we can get the word out of where bands are. And
That's right. That's right. That's right. And again, you build these things, and it takes so much to bring them up and to have them live, but then the chore is, hey, got to get eyeballs there, got to get attention there, and got to get bands or venues adding. It's a free music calendar, one of the things on the website, free music calendar. Hey, where do we go tonight to hear great local music? And our website and the free calendar can certainly help with that situation. But we're glad to have Donny here today, and Donny, I'd love to.
I'd like to point out that we have your studio here, and LT Studio is awesome.
Well, thank you. Big investment here. We almost tore out a piece of equipment.
This is where it starts, right? We'll be in a studio in 2 or 3 years, right?
Yes. And we're talking about we're in the Briar Creek area, and one of my I know anybody would, I would imagine, but traffic and all and so forth. But Donny, you live downtown.
Yes.
You're able to enjoy that setting, and I don't mind starting there. Have you enjoyed living downtown? Maybe you've been there months or a year or so, and does that make you frequent some music downtown?
Yeah, so that's an interesting question because when my daughter moved out 2 years ago, I needed a change. I was living in Cary. I'd lived in Cary for 20 plus years and so forth, so I wanted something different, and I saw this high-rise going up downtown, and I really was kind of, hey, let's check this out. Let's go see what's going on. And they did a walkthrough, and they gave me 2 months free rent, and they made it very easy for me to move there. And,
okay.
And it's been awesome. The pool is on the roof. I've had parties up there, but to your point about music and being downtown, I walk everywhere. I don't even drive.
Right.
Most times, and if I go outside of Raleigh, I Uber. And, so that's when I started getting exposed to more original music, believe it or not, at Slim's, The Poorhouse, Emerge,
right.
Berkeley Cafe, and King's, and Neptune's. There's some great venues there and good, really quality music. And I got to tell you, I've been at The Poorhouse a bunch of times now, and I've just seen great bands coming through there. So much talent that it just blew my mind. And it started me thinking about doing more original things, and I started looking and reaching out. I had been in the Origin for a while, and I really wanted to get into the original stuff because I had played in Night Shift for a long time.
Yeah, we wrote some of that stuff down, so that was a big part of.
So your question about downtown, it's just awesome to be able to walk around, plenty to do. The Poorhouse has a day party series where it's 2:00 in the afternoon on Sundays.
Okay.
And it's Bloody Marys and great bands. I encourage you to check that out. It's right across from Moore Square, and it's just been awesome to see the talent that's coming through town. It's really great.
Yeah. And certainly downtown Raleigh is a pocket for music, and certainly I think there's a pocket of more original music downtown Raleigh. Oftentimes they got to be successful when they're downtown, and everywhere is hard to be successful. being a venue for music, whether you're a bar or a professional venue offering that setting, live music, cover music, or whatever. Certainly sometimes, well, news happens in the Triangle of things opening and closing all the time. And we've heard those headaches and things closing in downtown Raleigh, opening too, occasionally. But I gotta think that certainly some of the heart of original music, and we're trying to be a bigger source for a conversation about original music on bands and clubs of the Triangle, and also the website. But certainly downtown Raleigh has that history there, and works hard to try to be a pocket and a success for a lot of the original music.
That's the main reason when you put out that, post, about coming to talk about these things. I really, thought it would be a good opportunity to let people know what I like about what you're doing, and as a leader doing this and getting the word out about what's going on around town from a cover perspective, from whatever music's going on.
Right.
And I thought being able to talk about original music, since that's where I'm at right now, aside from the cover stuff, it's just a great way to get the word out about what's going on, so people know, because you got to know where to look, and to get the word out about what's going on, and maybe people are interested in seeing some good live original music that is very interesting.
Yes, and I think we mentioned it, maybe we've applied to the state of North Carolina to be a nonprofit. We work with a team of volunteers. Maybe we're up to officially, we're adding them all the time, or we're getting interest in answering questions. Maybe we're up to 8 or 9 people, and just added Frankie, his band is Bender Street, playing both originals and covers. But Frankie certainly has a heart for original music. And again, we spent so much in the last 7 years, or just growing at a snail's pace, but finally taking off to a certain degree, but we were buried in the cover bands. We loved to dance. I loved to dance. It was just my happy environment where I was in my setting. But no, I've always had a heart for all music since I was 12 years old, starting in radio and hanging around radio stations in Richmond, Virginia. So just a lot of great things happening. Appreciate that comment. And let's go night shift for 10 years, but prior you were giving me some of your background in music. You toured in your 20s, right?
Yeah, I was in New York, and that was kind of from 12th grade, 1979. I'm dating myself. I'm getting old, 79 to about 84. We played in the Northeast. We were doing covers and originals and opening for national acts like you might not have heard of these bands, but Zebra. Well, obviously Twisted Sister we've opened for, Humble Pie, and I was talking to you earlier, the whole scene back then in New York from about 79 to 82, 3, thereabouts, when you went out to see music, there was, if you wanted to go dance, it was a DJ, right? That it was like a disco type of thing, right? But if you went out to see music, it was always concert, like a Ritz type of thing. There was all these Ritz type venues in New York. And that's what that scene was back then, and that's part of what I was involved in for about till about 84, and then the singer went over to Europe and joined a band called UFO, ex-members of UFO, and then started his own band over there, and he's still over there. And then I just went back to school, got married, kids, the whole thing.
Right.
And then I just restarted, to answer your question about night shift. I started playing at church, New Horizons Fellowship.
Right, a lot have mentioned New Horizons.
I met Dave there and Tim, and we started a band. It was called Bobbing for Melons at first, and then we changed it to Night Shift when Michelle came into the band. And then I had left around 2013 or 14, thereabouts. I can't remember. I just had, my bucket got full and I need to take a break. And then I started playing with The Origin, and then I just really thought about this original thing, and now I'm sort of in that direction now. We're going into the studio in September, Osceola Studios. We're going to come out with an EP, and see where that goes. So,
and that is Carl Cope.
Carl Cope in the Headlights.
All right, you got the T-shirt. All right,
there it is,
right there. Give us some press. Hey,
that's why I'm here. I got to promote my band.
Certainly. Yeah. Hey, this is part 1. Let's take a small break right here. Come back for part 2. You're going to find these first on the website, lovelocalmusicwith.us. Let's take a small break, Donnie, and we'll be right back. But thank you. Share this, love it. We appreciate it, and it'll be right back. We'll be back for part 2. Thanks.